It's almost time for that launch. Here's a live look out in Texas. The Blue Origin launch, getting ready to launch its next tourism flight to suborbital space. And we have our own Steve Young, who is 59 years young, owner of Pineapples in Melbourne's O'Galley Art District. They are watching live. And we're just moments away now.
Yeah, Mark Lehman is there at that watch party. Of course, he'll give us a full recap coming up. But let's watch this launch from Texas.
T-minus 16 seconds, guidance internal. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Command engine start. 2, 1.
Shepard has cleared the tower and is heading to space. Godspeed, Titanium Feather. On the left-hand side of your screen, you can see that we are gaining speed as New Shepard gains altitude. We started at about 3,700 feet above median sea level, and that's where Launch Site 1 is located. There we've got a great shot of the BE-3 and, of course, of the booster looking down at West Texas. We've hit our next milestone, max Q, the point where aerodynamic stress on the vehicle is at its maximum, and that BE-3 engine gets to flex its muscles, throttling down to reduce those stresses. Our next milestone will be main engine cutoff, but in the meantime, the BE-3 is back to 110,000 pounds of thrust, powering New Shepard and its crew to space. And it looks to have been a successful main engine cutoff with the vehicle traveling at more than 2,000 miles per hour and 200,000 feet of altitude. Our next milestone will be separation of the crew capsule and the booster for zero-G. Capcom will momentarily cue the astronauts to unbuckle their harnesses after separation, and we'll be listening in. In the meantime, Sarah, Vanessa, Kobe, Mario, Clint, and Steve, welcome to space.
We're floating! All right. Okay. Thank you. Okay, now release arms. Thank you, everybody. Oh, thank you, Laura. Yeah! Guys, we're doing it! Okay. We're doing it! Wow. Great. Unbelievable. All right, man. Doing the Oliver. Okay. The Oliver. Watch the feet. Yeah. Yes! Check it out! Oh my God! Hey!
Sounds like they're having fun up there. We got to thank you, Laura, our Capcom. Now we've just received...
Wow. Look at the blackness. Oh, man. God. Oh, my, we're above the earth. Oh, my God, that's you upside down? Oh. See the curvature of the earth. Take it in. Take it in.
One minute warning. 1 minute warning. 1 minute warning.
1 minute warning. That's it. Guys, will you play? Or you will be in trouble.
If you can't remember. Or into your chair. Everybody back to their seats.
Congratulations to all 6 crew of the Titanium Feather. They just officially became astronauts with an apogee well over 100 kilometers, the internationally recognized boundary line of space. Both the crew capsule and booster are now descending. We saw the forward fins deploy there in the shot on your left as that rocket is now reaching its atmospheric pierce point, returning from space and entering the atmosphere. Those control surfaces that raise the center of pressure on the vehicle now have a little bit of air pressure to push against. That's the ring fin and the forward fin, and the booster will be reaching its maximum re-entry velocity here just under Mach 4. Starting to slow down here now, the wedge fins, the steering fins, and the ring fin all working together, earning their keep to guide this booster home. And there's that passive downward stability with the center of mass and center of pressure having inverted relationships now. Great close-up of the BE-3 engine. There it is, engine ignition, engine relight coming in for a landing. Booster touchdown. Welcome back to Earth, New Shepard. For a lot of us at Blue, this moment in flight is one of our proudest moments, really showcasing what the BE-3 engine and the New Shepard booster are capable of. Really just incredible engineering. No matter how many times we've seen this happen, it just never gets old. It's a live booster landing, nice and softly onto that landing pad. You can't help but want for this to happen. Of course, we see there at the bottom of the BE-3 engine, we're venting any excess propellants. This is a key step in the reusability of this booster. We'll be able to purge with inert fluids and keep this booster clean. There we've got a great shot of the crew capsule coming back down. Again, it's gumdrop shape, a little slower to re-enter Earth's atmosphere. We should have the drogues here shortly. There they are. Drogue chutes are out. I count 3. And those drogue chutes have now pulled out the main chutes that will begin to fill with atmosphere to further stabilize the booster. If you're just joining us, this is our 6th human flight. The booster has landed, and our crew, Titanium Feather, is on its way back to Earth.
We're not gonna die! Oh, well done, team. Our poor families. Well done, team. I am sweating profusely. my gosh.
Nothing quite like living in the moment. What a beautiful shot there of the booster, and the crew capsule looks to be maybe a little south or southwest of the landing pad, and of course that great West Texas backdrop. So as we come in here softly for a landing, those landing systems will engage, measuring the height above the ground to fire that innovative retro thrust system that kicks up the dust but makes for a very soft landing. Touchdown, titanium feather. Welcome back to Earth. And what a shot of Victoria Canyon, the Sierra Diablos, and our West Texas desert kicking up that poof of dust. I bet they're excited in there. They sounded excited. So now our team is preparing landing, safety operations, and recovery of our astronauts from the crew capsule. And we'll be watching on the drone shots as they head out that way. If you're just joining us for the 6th human flight, we've just had a successful flight. There's a shot of the capsule, the booster. It's been an exciting day for this crew that's named themselves the Titanium Feather. And the crew of NS-22 has landed safely, awaiting the CC recoveries team in arrival. If we look closely through those very large windows, we should see some thumbs up, some clapping. But in the meantime, Victor Correa España was in that crew capsule on our last launch, NS-21, becoming the 2nd Brazilian ever to fly to space. And right now, he's the 1st Brazilian ever to join me here on the show, coming to us live from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Hello, Victor. Bom dia, bem-vindo, welcome. We just landed the crew capsule. Tell us, what was this moment like for you?
Yeah,
All right, you just saw it from Texas. We had the NS-22 mission, which included one of our very own from here in Brevard County, from the Space Coast. We have just an amazing weather for it, not a cloud in sight over there. And we're just talking about just what a momentous occasion for one of our locals.
You could hear how excited they were when they reached that moment of weightlessness. They could take off their harnesses, and just everyone was so jubilant. Steve Young is 59. He's the owner of Pineapples in Melbourne's O'Galley Art District. Our Mark Lehman is there at Pineapples right now. I'm sure there was just roaring applause and screaming there when they got to see those moments as well. Steve graduated from Melbourne High School, and we met up with him in June, and he told us that, you know, he couldn't say how much the ticket did cost, but he was able to sell his part in his family's company, YCOM, short for Young's Communication, and that's how he was able to pay for this. But he still has Pineapples, and there's Pineapples. There's the live look at the restaurant. I'm sure this was just such a fun moment for all his family and friends back home here watching.
Is that a space backdrop too? I think I mean, you can tell he's very into space and all that fun stuff, of course, growing up on the Space Coast. And I always love to hear about little trinkets and things that they bring up to space, or at least up to the edge of space. He actually brought a small surfing Santa plush toy from Cocoa Beach, because he says, how Brevard is that, you know, to bring something like that. And I just love when people have such special ties, and I don't know if we could pull up while we wait for them to come out of the capsule, but I really love their mission patch. Their mission patch is certainly a work of art that symbolizes a lot of their heritage, and there is one woman who actually reached the deepest part of Earth. She's climbed Mount Everest, and now she's reaching, you know, the edge of space. So there she has her flight. She would actually set the Guinness World Record for achieving extremes on land, and I guess technically in space. But there's also a little fish down there.
Yes.
And I think that fish there is for Young's passion for fishing. You also have just a basketball symbolizing a trick shot of Dude Perfect, because it, again, all symbolizes all the different astronauts.
Yes, because
what are
that's
their
Kobe
passions.
Cotton, the co-founder of a YouTube channel called
Right.
Dude Perfect, so that's why he has that. There's also a patch featuring Magellan ship representing Ferreira's Portuguese heritage, the first person from Portugal. We also have the first person from Egypt to go to space today. So a lot of history being made here.
Yeah, no, it's just an exciting time. And by the way, this is going to be not the only launch that we're talking about here in Central Florida. So we had one launch this morning. We have this one from Texas with some Space Coast connections, very big Space Coast connection. And then we have another launch coming up at 7 o'clock tonight. So it's certainly a busy space day. But here's another
Yes.
live look right now where it looks like the crews are finally starting to get there to open up the hatch and see everyone come out with their thumbs up. You heard someone when they were coming down, I'm sweating profusely.
Right.
So
Just a little bit nervous,
what
I'm
an
sure.
adrenaline though, right?
Yeah, it was a great moment. We're excited about this just because, I mean, this is the sixth one already.
Yes.
So, even though it was very expensive for them, we know that, eventually we're getting closer to it being a more attainable goal for everyone. And I think, a lot of the folks here who are able to do this now, they also want to see, more everyday people be able to participate in space tourism.
Right, and seeing the way that they are able to take people up and how they were able to recycle the rockets and the boosters, that's all part of the puzzle to get people more into space and to learn more about space, because, you have to, it's little bite size, to get to that full meal of being able to go into space and tourism into space.
Right.
The pure blackness, he said, the darkness that you could see out there.
It's amazing.
It
And,
is.
we have NASA Administrator Bill Nelson looking forward to putting, the first women and the first African Americans on the moon when we look forward to that in 2024. There's just always something new to look forward to.
Always something to talk
It
about.
looks like they're getting ready to get out any moment. Let's see if we
Yeah,
can
they
hear
get
any
their-
more of their reactions.
It looks like a fun time. I wish I was out there.
Yeah, it looks like I think they come out and bring the steps, because of course it takes some time for these crews to actually get there, because the exact spot, it's not like the booster that is, just GPS coordinates to that one zone. This kind of, sways depending on the winds. Of course, everything is, calculated down to a T, but of course, crews rush out there to get them out. But I mean, listen, if you're paying for your trip, I'm gonna be the last one out of that
I
capsule.
know.
I'm gonna milk it for all it's got.
Can we keep it? No,
Yeah.
you can't keep it.
But of course, you get a window seat with your purchase of tickets, because everyone gets their window seat to be able to see. I mean, could you imagine just seeing Earth from up above? I mean, it's just.
You heard one of them comment about just the utter darkness,
Right.
And I can't even imagine what that was like. I remember when William Shatner went up, he was just speechless about that experience, and it's almost indescribable and yet exhilarating at the same time.
Right.
So we can only imagine what the crew of the Titanium Feather will say when
What
they.
a great name!
I know,
Titanium
very cool.
Feather. It really, paints the picture pretty well. I mean, and look at the blue skies. I mean, Texas have, of course, everything's weather related, but they've been dealing with a major drought, record heat. So the last, sometimes we watch this and everyone's all bundled up because it's nice and cold in the desert. That is not the case today. It is a toasty day there in Texas, crystal clear blue skies. But you can see we're still waiting for them to open up that hatch and see them. But of course, there's a lot of firsts as we've been talking about. Can't wait to, talk about a local going, and it's one of these locals that have such ties to the Space Coast, again, graduating from Melbourne High School. But you can tell he's really into his space when you start seeing all the little things he has in the restaurant too. That
They already have a mural dedicated to him in there of him in the astronaut suit.
Do they really?
They showed it a little while ago. Mark was in there at Pineapples, and they've already painted the mural with him in it.
Good for them.
As astronaut, and they're officially astronauts now.
They are, yeah. They should be getting their wings, because again they hit that boundary, that international line of space. But here it is. You also have the family who also come out. You can see there's a bunch of people there waiting to hug their family members, and so it's just always fun to. Later on, we will start to get video That's one thing I'm willing to petition for.
Yes.
We want to see live video of them in there. You can get people into space. You can get us some live video.
Yes.
Wouldn't that
and,
be fun?
And we've talked about how this is a busy day because earlier this morning, you know, we had the launch with the missile defense satellite being launched
Space
off our
Force.
Space Coast. And then tonight at 7, a little after 7, we're looking forward to another launch here on the Space Coast of a Korean satellite.
A lunar orbiter.
From Complex 40. So, but out of the 3, I think I'm gonna go on a limb and say this is the coolest one.
But I mean, the Space Coast is technically included in all of them because of Young. I mean, that's just so great. I mean, and of course, if we have another successful launch, which by the way, it's an 80% go for tonight, it would be their first double header on the Space Coast. So that would be a historical moment as well. So.
And we should be able to get some good photographs out of that tonight. I mean, this morning's photographs have been stunning.
Beautiful.
The viewers have been sending in the pin it photos.
Okay, you want to talk about Pin It? Don't forget, you can pin it. You can search WKMG in your app store, the News 6 weather app. You can pin it, and that way we can use your photos. We've been loving a lot of the dog photos, but I love when we have some of those launch photos too. So please send them in and pin it. It is free to download. Also, you have a lot of great stuff on our Pinpoint Weather app. But again, here's a live look. If you're just joining us, you're maybe looking for Rachel Ray. You're like, why are we staring at the desert? Because we have the 6th launch of the NS-22 crew. This is Blue Origin's space tourism flight where we have a local Melbourne Space Coastian out there. I know that's not a word.
Yes, Pineapple's restaurant owner in Melbourne, Steve Young. He was on this flight. This was his lifelong dream to be a part of this. Of course, Jeff Bezos' space company just doing big things here with Blue Origin. And Steve Young paid for his seat, and he was there along with 5 others on that capsule this morning as they launched from Texas. Well, it's been 40 minutes. Well, it's been about 25.
About 20, 20 minutes or so.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if opening this little hatch here normally takes this long. I don't know if it's just because we're talking about it, but just kind of waiting and see. I don't know, maybe it's lodged or something. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, we are waiting to see them open up that hatch and get to finally see these astronauts, the newest astronauts, get back on land and come out and hug their families and give us. I just love hearing when William Shatner came out and all of a sudden you thought he was going to have all these amazing things to say, and he was just
awestruck.
Yeah, he was just speechless.
And it was an 11-minute journey, but it did seem like it went by so fast.
It makes me feel about like going on one of our theme park rides,
Yeah.
where you wait for so long in line and you finally get suited up and you're like, that was it?
That was it?
It's over?
It's
over?
too short.
Let's go back.
Yeah.
So, I mean, of course, again, this is Blue Origin. We had a ULA launch this morning. We have a SpaceX launch tonight. And now we have a Blue Origin right smack in the middle of a very busy space day across the area.
12-year-old nephew Jake, and this is...
Let's see what they have to say about it.
Dr. Clint Kelly, thank you for your mentorship. This has been a great adventure. As an engineer and a technologist, thanks for paving the way. Mario, obrigado. You just became the first person from Portugal to fly to space, making your entire nation proud, and following, of course, in Magellan's footsteps of exploring new frontiers. And Sarah, you've made history as the first Egyptian to fly to space and the second citizen astronaut for Space for Humanity. Let's see if we can't continue this action and maybe get a few words from the crew.
Yeah, it seems like everyone's starting to kind of come a little closer towards the capsule here, hoping we can get that open. They have a little steps, a little red carpet for them to come out and touch back on Earth with their own 2 feet. But it was really interesting. I love kind of reading up on some of the astronauts that are on the launch, are on this crew. And I just love the one about the Challenger Deep. It's this one passenger who's been able to go to the depths of Earth and to the high. Oh, they are out. Yes, they are out. Okay. I was starting to get worried if they weren't out yet. Yeah, so now it looks like we have all the passengers out. All of our new astronauts are out, and hoping to get some type of sound from them.
This is engineer and researcher Sarah Sabri, entrepreneur Mario Ferreira, explorer and retired financial manager Vanessa O'Brien, retired U.S. military manager Clint Kelly III, and of course our Steve Young, a former telecommunications contractor and restaurateur, and Dude Perfect co-founder and comedian Kobe Cotton, making up the crew of the NS-22 Titanium Feather.
And of course, sitting there watching them, they're probably all obviously hugging their families and telling them everything, but we want to get that camera up to them and hear what they have to say about a very expensive trip to space. I'm assuming that is a pretty petty. And of course, when we tried asking Young about how much his flight cost, he wasn't able to divulge that information about how much that ticket costs. However, he did apply last fall, probably a whim, trying to see if he would get the opportunity to, and he did. And he was able to sell his family's company, YCOM, which is Young's Communication. He says that William Shatner's experience and hearing his recount of the whole situation was his favorite.
And you think about how much would you be willing to spend, or how much would you give, you know,
right,
if you were able to go? And he, sacrificed, his part of his family company to do it, but he still has the restaurant, and of course, all his loved ones there watching. So, of course, we want to hear from them. We'll have much more coming up at noon. Hopefully, we'll hear some more sound from the crew, but you've been watching another outstanding space tourism mission, and we'll have much more coming up at noon and on clickorlando.com.